We're live. There we go. Upstairs neighbor's new dogs are live too. Okay. Yes. Welcome in, y'all. We're gonna work on your back. Can't see that. On your back. We're gonna work on your backs today. Let's start on your. We'll start on your backs then. Why the crap not? We do still have a few minutes before we start officially, so grab what you need for that. But the back is where we will be working. The back is where we'll be start. If you want to take yourself there, go ahead. Thank you so much for showing up. If you're here, appreciate it. If you're here in the future, still appreciate it. We are still taking donations for all these classes. blackswanyoga.com/live is the site. It's the place to be if you're donating, and we appreciate it either way. So thank you so much for all of your continued support. That's about it. We'll be teaching one more of these classes here tomorrow on YouTube. It's going to be at... No, it won't. It won't be tomorrow. This is it. This is the last one for the week. It's been a long week, y'all. And also, I just literally closed out one computer, turned on this to start this class. So, back to back, a little delirious, a little yoga stoned out. We're going to get through this together. So, in the next few minutes, find yourself on your back. Make sure I got all my props ready to go. And we're doing this. you're just joining, welcome in. My name is Jeremy. We're gonna go flow with focus on your back. Needs a little bit of love. To do that, we're gonna start on your back. So I have 2 blocks with me and water. You can use whatever props that you want. You don't have to have any props at all. You don't even really have to have a mat. You just really want to get into this. I taught an outside class on concrete, and a family of 4 came not realizing they needed mats, and they opted to do the entire class on concrete. No mat, just skin to concrete. So it can be done. I don't advise it. I would definitely not advise it on concrete if you don't want any permanent damage, but make it about you. Come to lying on your back. For me, I've had a lot of low back tightness lately, mostly on my right side. So bent knees for me offers more space. If you take bent knees, take it without the need for excess support. So if you feel like your knees keep trying to open out wide, step your feet wide and then let your knees knock inward so they'll touch and support one another. If you want straighter legs but still bent knees, maybe take something underneath your knees so you can keep the bend so there's less pressure in your low back. More space to open up gradually, slowly. Just let yourself get comfortable and familiar with lying down in stillness. Begin to soak your Ujjayi breathing. If you haven't already, seal your lips. Begin taking slow, methodical inhales in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe in, out. Can you start to fill up your belly so much that it starts to expand your low back as well? Maybe presses it more into the mat. Keep it going like that. In, out. And 3 more, your longest breaths yet. Use this long breath to apply to your shapes later on. As we move, as we transition, let it be just as long, just as focused, just as supportive. From here, bend your knees, draw them in toward your chest for a moment, squeeze them in. A little compression if you want to take them separated. Move a little left and right. Let that feel good. Oh, excuse me. And then, so that I won't yawn anymore, stack your hips, knees on top of your hips rather, legs at 90 degrees. Take your hands to the tops of your thighs, right above your knees. Press them away. At the same time, pull your knees back into your chest. And then re-press them away. And then keep that going. Pull in and press away. Pull in, press away. Continue holding that tension. You should feel a shake. If you want more, lift your shoulders off the ground. Keep breathing. For 4. Draw your knees up, squeeze together for 3. Last 2. Last 1, take a breath in. Exhale, release down, hug your knees to chest, and then let your feet touch the ground. Bridge pose. Drive into your heels, lift your hips. So a little movement left and right, and then stillness. Powerful. Squeeze the eyes together, drive your hips up, tuck your tailbone up. All right, on an inhale, lower your hips to hover over the ground without touching. And then exhale, drive them back up. Do it again, lower on an inhale, drive up on an exhale. Keep that going, your breath to movement. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. 3 more times. That's 2. Last 1. Hold at the top, lift up into your tiptoes, heels lift. Take 1 more breath in. Then exhale, unravel your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, tailbone touches last. Now take your legs out straight. With this shape, what's changed? Is there any more space been offered to you? More tightness to it? Less space? Simply observe. Pull your right knee to chest, take a breath in. Twist towards the left on your breath out. The right shoulder will try to lift with you. Keep it held down. Breath. Inhale to center, switch your legs. And exhale, twist towards the right, supine twist. Last full breath. Come back through to center. Hug knees to chest. Then start to rock and roll up the length of your spine. Make this feel good. If it doesn't feel good and you know it, just rock them on up to a seat. That's where we'll meet there eventually. From your seat, flex your toes to your face. Take a breath in, reach your hands up, and then exhale, hinge forward. Keep this long, straight arm, torso, and legs. Flex your toes towards your face. When you lift your arms up, can you lift the back of your head up? 1 more breath in, feel resistance in your back and legs. And then exhale, round forward, hands to the ground. Take up some space. Let your head get heavy. Up through to center. Take up your hands behind your hips, reverse plank or reverse tabletop. We'll take it through reverse tabletop. If you want plank, just keep your legs straight. Try down to lift. Hips lift up high. Reverse tabletop if that feels a little strenuous. Feet to the ground, drive your heels to lift your hips. Work to get a straight spine in line with your knees, in line with your shoulders. Your gaze can still face forward. This is okay on your neck. You want to tilt it slightly back, just without feeling any strain. Drive palms powerfully down. Pull together, breathe in, lift your hips. Exhale, lower down. Swing your legs to the side, and then we meet in tabletop, y'all. Tabletop. 10 rounds of cat-cow. Again, getting familiar with your back and your entirety of your back. So as if your tailbone was the start of a rope. I want you to undulate to the ceiling and to the ground as if that started from your tailbone. Whip forward, undulate forward, start it back, opposite direction. And if you want to get a little weird with it, wiggle left and right as if you are laying in a peanut butter jar that's laying on its side and using your ribs, your back, and your belly to scrape all the contents from the side down. can get real wiggly, it can get real strict. 2 more rounds of breath. Come back through to neutral. Good. Bird dog. Take your right hand forward. Thumb to the ceiling. Pull your right shoulder blade back into its socket. Shift your weight forward so your shoulder of your left side is over your left wrist. Then send your left leg out straight behind you. So that stack is important so you don't put any undue pressure on joints or tendons or anything like that. Strong support. You're going to find tiny pulses of your thumb and your left heel to the ceiling. Can you keep your right knee pressed down so your right hip is still activated? And tiny movements without allowing it to alter your shape. 3, 2, last one. Kick your left heel to glute, reach back with your right hand, grab your foot, kick your foot into your hand, open up your chest. Yeah. Drive left palm down, open up your right shoulder, kicking your foot into your hand, pulling your hand back into your foot. More full breath. Inhale, reach out. Extend. Exhale, tabletop to child's pose. Hips to heels, hands walk forward. Let yourself get compressed again. On your time, shift forward to a tabletop, inhale. Bird dog on the other side. So left hand forward, thumb face up, pull your shoulder blade back into its socket, shift your weight forward, shoulder stacks on top of your right wrist, then kick your right heel back, flex your toes towards the ground, work on the power in your left leg. So again, you're not dumping out to the left, your hip doesn't go past your knee, it's strong and stacked on top, glute supporting, and then find your pulses. Drive down through your right palm, lift your right heel, left thumb. Long torso, tuck your chin towards your chest so you get a long back of your neck. For 3, 2, 1. Come to stillness, kick right heel to glute, reach back and grab it. You may need a strap for this, so if there's no grabbing there, you get to keep drawing in and reaching back. That's your pose today. 2 rounds of breath. Control. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, tabletop. Child's pose. Let your practice be able to reveal something to you. For that to happen, you have to open yourself up to it. Rather than looking at it as something you've done a million times before, or maybe not looking at it as something as a daunting task. Something that you can learn from, an open book. One time, breathe in. Breathe out. From your child's pose, I want you to keep your elbows on the ground, shift forward, where you're in this almost like a forearm tabletop, and then step your feet to the back of your mat so where you're in forearm plank. Press the ground away. And start to draw your belly up and in. Squeeze thighs together. And then shift gently forward. And then press gently back. And then good. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that going. And warming up your core, getting familiar with your front line and with your back line. For 4, for 3, 2, booty stays low, last one, lower your knees down, lower all the way to your belly. Hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to set up for cobra pose. So press to the tops of your feet, inhale, lift your chest, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Tap your forehead to the ground and then do it again. Inhale, halfway, or cobra pose. Exhale, fold. Breath to movement, take it away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, lift. Lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take your left cheek to the ground, arms alongside your hips. Wiggle left and right. So whatever was just tense, neck, shoulders, glutes, let it go. Okay, a little movement to that. I want you to take your hands out forward in front of you, like a super person pose. And then press the tops of your feet into the ground. And then bring the forehead to the ground. You may want to, if you have a clean mat, bring your lips to the mat. We're going to take this into some super pulses. So reach your right arm forward, almost like you were doing in that extended tabletop bird dog. And then lift your left foot off the ground. So again, opposite sides of your body working together. Take a breath in and lift. On an exhale, press more into your left hand and right leg to lift your left hand higher. Do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press, lift a little higher. Again, lift. Exhale, press. One more time in. Exhale. Stay lifted for your breath in. And then switch on your breath out. Left hand lifts, right leg lifts. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, press into your opposing hand and foot. Again, and lift. Press. And lift. Press. One more time, lift. Press. Stay for your inhale. Release on your exhale. All right, now we're gonna go breath to movement, but both at the same time. So now working in unison. On your inhale, lift both arms, lift both of your legs. On your exhale, squeeze your elbows to your ribs, like a lat pull. So inhale, extend forward, keep your legs lifted if possible. Exhale, squeeze elbows to ribs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. We've got 4 more times. Warm up your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. In. Out. One more. In. Out. Inhale, stretch forward, lift. Pause and breathe. For 3. For 2. Last 1, your biggest lift yet. Exhale, release down. Commit to your practice here with elevated breathing, with warm back line and front line. What can you commit for yourself to do? Full breath. You ready to move? Chin to center. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Then inhale to a high plank. One straight line. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Bend your knees, wiggle your hips left and right. First down dog. Let it feel kind of good. And if that means a lot of space, your knees bend a lot, your hips drive up a lot, good. That means your legs are straight, but your hips are still high, just as good. One more breath. Bend your knees, look forward, and then travel to the top of your mat. Slow journeys towards the top. Bend your knees, then let yourself get heavy, passive. And your knees are bent so that your legs support you without having to hold excess tension. You let your torso get heavy from that. Let your head get heavy. Shake your head and yes and no. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your toes spread out rather than gripping. Full breath. Bend your knees and then slide up to stand. Slow. Your head's been down a while, so don't let the blood rush too quickly from your head. And come to this anatomical neutral. Arms reach down, let your shoulders drop. Palms face forward, thumbs rotate out. Remind yourself of the commitment when your heart was racing, of what you're here for, what you're wanting to get out. And with less heart rate here, can you still be just as committed to it? When you're ready to flow, yogis, take a big breath in. Let's reunite our breath. Open mouth, side out. Breathe in, fill up, seal your lips. Exhale through your nose, Ujjayi breath. And inhale, reach up to a mountain pose. So arms reach high. On your exhale, back bend. Squeeze elbows to your ribs, drive your hips forward. And let's keep that squeeze going, actually. Squeeze and lift your heart. And inhale, reach back up to mountain pose. Then exhale, Samasthiti, bring your thumbs back to your chest. Different this time, shift your weight to your right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Stay for 2 rounds of breath, find your power. Notice if your knee is more towards the middle or if it's lifted up high in line with your belly button rather than your hip. See if you can level it out. Breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, one-legged mountain, other side. Right leg lifts, knee in line with hip. Work out any movement, then find the stillness, the support without the excess tension. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You feel it. Feel it in my hip flexors here for sure. One more breath in. And exhale, Samasthiti. All right, add a little movement to that. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts. Exhale, kick your left heel forward. Inhale, back to one-legged. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, one-legged on the right. Exhale, kick your heel forward. Inhale, one-legged. Exhale, Samasthiti. Not bad, not bad. Let's try that again. A little bit more movement. Inhale, one-legged, left knee lifts. Exhale, kick your heel forward. Inhale, back to one-legged mountain. On your exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your right leg, send your left leg back, standing splits. All right, I think it's more like an airplane pose. You can take your hands to the ground. If you want some more balance, hands stay to your heart. Drive your right leg straight down, rotate your left outer hip down and out. Pull your knee to your chest, inhale back to one-legged mountain pose, straighten your right leg. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, a little more up level, let's keep that going. Right leg high, inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, kick it forward. Inhale, back to one-legged mountain. And exhale, airplane or standing splits. Hands to your heart, right leg stands back, in line with your hip. Maybe hands to the ground, maybe stay here. Straight spine, straight legs. Then bend your right leg, pull it to chest, inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti. Hands to your heart, shake out your legs. Okay, that transition from your one-legged to your standing splits, we're gonna make that a little more transitional. Start adding to that flow. Come to your mountain pose, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, kick your heel straight forward. Inhale back to one leg. On your exhale, standing splits or airplane pose. Hands can be at your heart, they can extend back. We're gonna take this transition to step your left foot to the back of your mat. So bend your right leg, slow, methodical, cautious step to the back. Good. And inhale, reach up. High crescent lunge. Then on your exhale, drop your left knee towards the ground, hover, squeeze elbows to your ribs, and then let it touch. Kneeling crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, breathe in, reach up, lengthen up to the ceiling first, then exhale, squeeze thighs together, bend towards the right. And rather than just a bend, not like a hamstring or like an oblique crunch, more like pulling your left wrist up and over with your right arm. reach back up, kneeling crescent. On your exhale, hands to the ground, tuck your back toes, standing splits. One more time, shift forward, fold on your exhale. This time, inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands up your legs, get long through your spine, re-stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up to mountain pose. Exhale, Samastahiti. Now we're going to start it over. Right leg, reach up, inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, kick your heel forward. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, standing splits or airplane pose. Again, take this slow, cautious journey. Bend your left leg. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Reach up. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. And exhale, bend your elbows, bend your right leg, squeeze down until you can slowly touch. Breathe in and reach up. Kneeling crescent lunge. Grab your right wrist, inhale. Exhale, side bend towards the left. Full breath. Inhale, reach back up, kneeling crescent. Exhale, low lunge, frame your foot, tuck your toes. Standing splits, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, Samastahiti, hands to your heart. All right, whatever's changed here, take it into account. See if that's getting you closer to checking all your boxes. Take this a little further. Shift your weight to right leg. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Left leg lifts. Exhale, kick it forward. Inhale, one-legged. Exhale, standing splits or airplane pose. Breathe in. On your exhale, step it back. Low lunge. Inhale to a high crescent lunge. Reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows, left knee to the ground. Inhale, reach high, grab your left wrist. Exhale, side bend towards the right. You got 3 rounds of breath this time. Expand your left side. One more round. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, half splits. You can walk your right heel forward. You can walk your left knee back. But find power through this pose. Rather than just deepening and finding how deep you can go. How straight can you get your leg with pressure? How lifted can you get your spine with the pressure of your straight leg? And then maybe hinge forward. And you can't hinge any further forward. Again, use that hinge to find your actual edge. Then round forehead to knee. Shift back forward. Inhale, reach up to a kneeling crescent lunge. Both arms up. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your back toes. Standing splits. Shift forward. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Samastahiti. All right, last side like this flow. One-legged mountain. Right leg lifts. Exhale, kick your heel forward. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, standing splits or airplane pose. Breathe in. Exhale, step it to the back of your mat. High crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows and your knee, lower to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Grab your right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. Stretch your right side body now. 3 rounds. Inhale back through to center. Exhale, half splits. Your version, your opportunity. And this is your other side. Most likely will be different. Allow yourself to find some being okay with that difference. It's not detrimental, it's not forever, it's currently. How softly can you accept the current? One more breath. Shift forward. Tuck your back toes, lift your knees, standing splits, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. All right, a little different this time. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank on your exhale. Hands to the ground, step your feet to the back of your mat. Breathe in and shift forward. This time on your exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway down or less. Elbows stay stacked on top of your wrist. Upward facing dog. Straighten your arms. Pull your heart forward. Breathe in. Down dog, exhale. Full inhale. Let it go. All right, bend your knees and look forward. And then step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale to mountain pose. Again, straighten your legs, your arms, reach up. And your exhale, chair pose. Bend your legs. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can keep them extended up. Find your strong chair. Squeeze thighs together or squeeze them towards one another. But there's an inward drawing of your thighs. Energetic, draw them together. Squeeze in. You don't have to touch. Activate them though. Breathe in. Exhale, prayer twist towards the right. So hands to your heart. Twist your left elbow to your right knee. Squeeze thighs together a lot. Notice how high my hips are. Work to get your hips down, back. So in line with your knees, without your knees going forward to cover up your toes. Draw your belly up and in. There's something hot underneath it. And then press into your hands to twist through your core from your hips all the way to the top of your head. Full round. Inhale back through to chair pose, reach up. Exhale, prayer twist towards the left. Same thing, squeeze thighs together. Twist towards the left. Work your right hip back, right knee in line with your left. Belly up and in, press to rotate. Full breath. Inhale back to chair. Exhale, hands to your heart, Samastahiti, straighten your legs. Inhale, reach up to mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. So all that length you just made in your side body, can you create a little more? Not dumping into the right, pressing right hand to right leg. So you're lengthening up from the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend towards the left. And you're lengthening up from the right. Keep pressing your left hand down. It's support to lift. Inhale back to mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. And from here, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Warrior two. Go. Left toes point to the left. Right toes point straight forward. My legs are straight currently. I want you to see if you can start like that. So take up whatever warrior two feels right. Set it up. No thoughts. Then, once you have it, straighten your legs. Take your hands to your glutes, squeeze your thighs together. Now start to deepen your front leg into a lunge. Glutes stay squeezed. Without your knee going to the left and without it going past your toes. So you want it to go forward, slightly to the right. You want to still be able to see your big toe inside of your knee as you use your glutes and strong legs to deepen into your front lunge. When you feel like you can't get any further, knee is good and stacked, back foot is still powerfully pressing, then extend your arms out. Let's get a little more core work in. So keep this strong leg. I know it's burning. We'll give it a chance to rest. Take your hands behind your head. So we're going to take a reverse warrior, extended side angle variation. Your arms are going to stay this bent shape. Fingers never leave the back of your head. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring your right elbow up. Point your left elbow towards your left leg. Then on your exhale, extended side angle. Press through your left leg. Extend your right elbow forward. Press it down towards your knee. Lift your left elbow up. Keep that going. So straight back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Core strong and engaged to support. Take it away. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. In. Out. Again in. And out. Inhale back to your warrior two. Extend your arms and then switch. Straighten your right leg. Lift your toes off the ground and then spin your foot towards the left. So now it looks just like your left foot pointing to the left. Turn your left toes towards the back of your mat. Warrior two to the back. Fun transitions. Back and forth. Throwing shapes to the back. Warrior two. Same setup here. Left leg straight. Powerful glutes. Maybe even take your hands to reassure. Yes, those are my glutes and they're turned on. And then deepen into your front lunge. And then take up enough space on this side. Straighten toe heel, left foot a little further forward. Same thing. Find powerful depth. The reason I knew that was my knee was going past my ankle, but I wasn't feeling that engagement, that turn on of like, all right, everything's stacked and locked, engaged and working hard. That feels good. Arms extend out. Powerful press away. One more time. Take your hands to the back of your neck. Elbows stay out wide, like you're trying to press to open up a door. And then inhale, reverse your warrior, left elbow reaches up. Exhale, extended side angle variation. Left elbow points down. Keep it going. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep that going in. Out. In. And out. Last time through. In. Warrior two. This time straighten your left leg. Point your toes to the center of the mat. Rather, outward. So your heels will point to the center. Your toes will point out. Star pose. Arms reach up. Squeeze your thighs together. Use that to lift your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, goddess pose. Bend your knees. Take a yogi, or take a wide yogi squat. Or goddess squat, one would say. Deep. From here, strong through your stance, and not hinged forward with your booty extending back. You got your knees stacked, hips underneath your shoulders, almost feeling like you're about to fall backwards. That's a good sensation. So you can find some comfortability between that. Take it further, lift up to your right tiptoe. So just your heel lifts, right tiptoe stay on the ground. And back to center, lift your left heel off the ground. And back to center, lift both heels off the ground, and then it's a slow pulse. Slowly lower, slowly lift. Again, like an elevator, straight up and down. So not at a diagonal, not leaning forward, straight up, straight down. For 4. For 3. Last 2. 1. Heels to the ground. Inhale, star pose. Straighten your legs. Reach up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes to the left. So all 10 toes point forward. Fold to the left. Give yourself a couple breaths to settle and then find some movement that suits you. You can walk both hands to one leg. A couple of breaths there and then walk to the other. You can continually try to walk your hands past your heels, slowly pulling your head closer to the ground. If you're feeling squirrely, you want to go upside down. Take it upside down. I got 4 hours of sleep last night. I'm on my 3rd class, so I'm not going to do anything crazy. I feel like my body's had enough for the day. Thus, all of the yawns. I want you to do you. So if you're feeling it, take it. One more full round of breath. Hands to the ground, halfway lift, breathe in. Low lunge to the top of your mat, breathe out. Step your right foot back to meet your left, high plank, inhale. Chaturanga on your exhale. You make your vinyasa work for you to find down dog. If that means skip and just press to down dog, I'm all for it. 3 rounds of breath. All right, almost like that fun flow we started with from your downward facing dog. On an inhale, wave your spine forward towards your high plank. On your exhale, wave it back to down dog. So begin to continue undulating your spine. Wave it forward, inhale. Exhale, wave it back. 3 more times. Two. Last one. Go back to stillness, right leg high, inhale. Low lunge, exhale to pyramid pose. If you want modify, left leg stays where it is, heel stays lifted, just straighten your right leg. This one feels really good for me at times. There's other times I want more space. If you want that, step your left foot forward. Both legs straight. Scissor your thighs together like there's a little bug between your thighs. Squeeze it there. Hold it there. Don't let it fall. Then pull your chest forward. So begin to test the strength of your thighs drawing together by activating, pulling. A little tough love. All right, we're taking this into revolve. If you'd rather stay where you are. For revolve, left hand down either inside of your right foot to twist your right hand up. If you feel like taking that further, take your left hand outside of your right foot. Same thing, thighs squeeze together, powerful legs, so that your top half can do whatever it needs to stretch out your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down, bend your right leg. Send it back to a 3-legged dog. Right leg high. This time bend your leg, stack your hips without letting your left shoulder dip. So left shoulder stays in line with your right. They're squared off. Draw circles with your right knee. And then reverse them. And then down dog. Left leg high, inhale. Low lunge, exhale, step to hands. Pyramid pose or modify. Yeah. Find that bug, squeeze between the thighs, scissor them together. So the light, gentle hold. And then pull your chest forward. And you can choose a couple of variations within these breaths. We'll start with modify. If there's a release on your left leg and when you notice it, maybe try to step a little further forward. Take up more space and then see how your body reacts. Another full breath. Bend your left leg, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Oh, rather that. No, keep it where you were. Revolve. Left arm up. Got distracted. Still squeeze of the thighs together. Last breath in. Exhale, both hands down. Now step it back to 3-legged dog. Left leg high. Bend, stack, draw some shapes. Shapes because they don't have to be circles. All are included. All are welcome. Diamond shapes, squares, zigzags. Take a breath in. Bend your knees. Look forward. Then exhale, step or float through to a seat. Today, we're going to take it into double pigeon or fire lock. For double pigeon, we'll start with your left leg on the ground. And if you want to bring it closer to the top of your mat so you can have this guide as to see where to bring your shin parallel. So unlike pigeon pose, you are going to want this fairly parallel. With pigeon, it doesn't have to be for this stack. Work to get this one as close as you can. Once you have your left leg set up, if your knee is lifted way off the ground, there's a lot of space. Take something to prop underneath it to hold it there. So you have a little bit of leeway. Then right ankle over your left knee, flex your right toes towards your face, and then lift up your chest. Now notice my right knee way up here, my left heel way down here. You can either take your right hand towards your right leg and flex your toes, press your knee away. Feel your hip flexor soften up as you lift your chest away from it. So this can be years of practice right here, just spent lifting up away, pressing down away, softening, because there's years of trauma, there's years of emotion, there's years of tightness and immobility stored in your hips. So you're working through all of that, all the crap. What helps is that rather than leaving it high like this and just pressing it down and hoping that it someday softens, is take a bit of support underneath it as well. So that when I press against it, other muscles don't have to tighten up to hold it. There's support underneath there, so the muscles that are tightened up to begin with, those can soften. And lift your chest. Press your leg away. And if you've already gotten more advanced into this posture, you can lean forward, you can take your hands on your lap, you can fold forward. Possibilities, man. So many. You got 4 more rounds of breath. All right. Feel free to stay as long as you'd like. When you're ready, begin removing your props. Unravel your right leg. Take your left leg out. And we're going to take both legs wide. And then windshield wiper. One knee in. Let it soften. And switch opposite knee in. Let it soften. And then a couple times each side if it feels good. Just floss motion. And then on the other side when you're ready. Right leg on the ground, parallel, and left leg on top. And depending on your hip flexors and the tightness of said hip flexors, one side may need different support. So for me, my right leg is almost touching the ground. I usually thought that my right leg was a lot tighter, but here, it's less tight than my left, so it gets a little more space. So take the support systems as you need. They don't have to be exactly the same. I always make the analogy of twin kids, because I feel like they're unfairly representative in their own autonomy. They don't need the exact same clothes, the exact same care, exact same haircut. It's weird, right? Maybe you're a twin and that wasn't weird, I don't know. But your legs and your body especially don't need exact same treatment for every part. So allow yourself to open up to possibilities. 3 more rounds of breath. Okay, as you see fit, unravel. Legs back down to the ground. One more time, broken bridge. Left and right. Just see how it feels. Try it with legs wider, or feet wider rather. And then maybe try it with feet closer together. See just what the difference is. What's the deal with the difference? Then legs out in front. Breathe and reach your hands up tall. That same straight spine. Exhale, hinge forward. So not rounding just yet, hinging until you're resistant in your low back or in your legs. Then take a breath in, find a lift. Lift through the back of your head, tuck your chin towards your chest, long neck. Exhale, round. Let yourself soften into this shape. Forehead toward your knees. Palms face up, let your arms get soft. Your belly gets soft and just breathe in and watch yourself lift and fall like a rag doll that somehow came to life on the shelf, subtly moving. From there, slowly begin to unravel as you lower yourself onto the ground. Down each vertebrae one at a time until you're on your back. And you can hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take a breath in, give it a squeeze. Then exhale to twist towards the left. Supine twist, finishing it out like we started. And let your glutes relax. Something soften so that you can deepen your twist. Full belly breaths. Come back to center. Switch out your legs. Take a breath in. Twist on your exhale. Find the depth that's unique to this side. And then apply the loving breath that you applied to the other side here. Another round of breath, let something go. Come through to center. Heels to the ground, bridge pose. If you'd rather take wheel, take your wheel. Your back bend of choice. And after the warmth that you created in your spine, the strong back, can you now allow it to stretch or support yourself into a stretch? Together, take a breath in, lift to your tiptoes. Exhale, lower onto your spine. Tailbone touches last. Happy baby or half happy baby, or some variation. Grab your feet from reaching inside your legs. Or maybe skip the feet altogether, grab the outside of your thighs. Close your eyes as you breathe these last 3 rounds of breath. Let yourself take in the fact that you earned your rest. There's time to settle. Be there for that rest, whatever happens in between. Hug your knees to chest one last time. Breathe in, contract, turn yourself into a tiny ball. Exhale, Shavasana. Release your legs straight out on your mat. Maybe you start with the bent leg version you began with to see where you opened up space or maybe locked up more space. And then eventually settle completely to where the muscles holding on soften. Your bones may start to subtly shift with the movement and the compression of gravity. Breath focus come to the tip of your nose. So see where air enters in and out. Your final breath together. Inhale your deepest, fullest breath in. Then sigh it out. Shavasana. Let go of control. inspiration can come from the most unexpected places. Today's class inspiration came from two specific friends. One who I spent time with and ended up losing some sleep, which dictated how vigorous, how energetic the flow was or was not. Another was an instructor whose class I took, whose cues and movements made me feel things in my body that I realized that one, I needed, and that two, it could benefit me and those around me to share. So everything that's led up to this point has been dictated by the things that it encountered. Situations on the positive spectrum and situations on the less positive spectrum, not necessarily negative, but not the right one. Open your third eye, the center of your brow, to those sources of inspiration. Take you out of a rut, to help you get more into a groove. Something that's traversable rather than a rut that's stuck. Let that possibility open to you. Breathe in, reach your hands above your head, take a good morning stretch. And let your palms touch above your head. And then bring your thumbs to your third eye, the center of your brow. Keep your eyes closed. Just feel the touch of your thumbs to the center of your brow. Envision what that would look like. Envision yourself looking at yourself from above. Feel out every detail and then see it like watching a movie in your mind's eye. Allow that same opening, that same vivid visualization to be where you pull your inspirations from. One more time, reach your hands above your head, get long, and then hug knees to chest. Yogi's choice to roll to fetal pose. One side to press yourself up to a seat or gently roll up your spine. To your heart, somewhere comfortable. Remind yourself you're a product of your surroundings. Your mindfulness, your awareness, your commitment to your practice is what allows you to change that, to adjust it for the better, for the benefit for you and the benefit for those you encounter. Your thumbs to your third eye, center of intuition. Peace in your thoughts. Your thumbs to your lips. Peace in your words. Your thumbs to your heart. Peace in your heart. Bowing to the light, love, the student and teacher in one another, we share the words. Namaste. To the other side, yogis. Had a great conversation with a student last week about connecting, and the student just let me know what their truth was about what they were feeling in their body, what they would like to see in class, and it allowed me to express my truth, giving back to them what they needed. I was able to express my truth and then still give back. So find this ability, this confidence in yourself to share what it is that you stand most firm for. Allow yourself to be a beacon and for others' lights to be lifted from those. Thank you so much for showing up here. Take this out into the world. Use it for good. Again, our donation site is still going live at blackswanyoga.com/live. So please, if you can, donate. If not, we welcome and enjoy your presence here either way. From my heart to yours, y'all, namaste. I'll see you next week.